Alright, what's going on, guys? Winner Project, aka Dave Rivera, back at it again, in here for another video. Basically, in here for a video response, as you saw it before, earlier on. Yes, in here for a video response to Raphael Leduc, the Page guy, Bailey guy, and of course, right here I'm going to be talking about basically what he was talking about, but in my terms and everything, and how I feel about the women's division right now. And, with that being said, basically for Raw, is where it's at with some of the problems. SmackDown Live, not as much, but they do have their fair share of problems. I will admit that and everything. But in terms of Raw, where things are going now, especially for the Raw Women's Championship, we've been seeing as of late basically the hot potato going along, especially now with Alexa Bliss again being the Raw Women's Champion when she basically lost the title to Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, and then there was the rematch, and then I don't know why Alexa Bliss was able to get the championship again after that. It kind of sucks with Sasha Banks on that part. But we've seen that too, not just here, but a couple other times too, on different occasions like that. So when you have the hot potato go for that, it just gets really annoying really quickly, and it kind of doesn't make really any much sense. So, at least with SmackDown Live, where we had Naomi, she was the women's champion. She got the title at WrestleMania. She had it up until SummerSlam, so that was a good enough starting range for her and everything for, getting the SmackDown Live Women's Championship and getting that too for the first time. And then Natalia actually winning and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. And of course, where Carmella is still looking to try and cash in, which I'm not too sure what they're going to be really doing with that. Hopefully she doesn't fail at it, and that would kind of suck to have another failed cash in, but I have a feeling that Carmella will cash in successfully, but when and where, that does remain to be seen. So there are things that can be done differently in the women's division, definitely for both brands as a whole and everything. Maybe SmackDown Live will actually get a little bit more women, especially too now. We'll probably have some call-ups and stuff. So I know Asuka's out due to injury and actually relinquished the NXT Women's Championship, so that's basically up for grabs as of right now. And I know the Mae Young Classic basically got underway. It's now on demand. I actually saw basically the first two episodes, and I like what I see so far. So I have been checking that out, and as well, talking it over with friends and stuff like that. I do like the idea of having the winner of the Mae Young Classic get a chance to be NXT Women's Champion, and depending how they're going to have whoever's going to be facing the winner of the Mae Young Classic will basically get to face someone from the NXT women's roster like an Ember Moon or something like that, which probably make more sense, but I don't know how they would do that or not. I don't think they'll have another tournament, which we already have a tournament for the Mae Young Classic and stuff, so probably be like a number one contenders type of deal, and just have a one-on-one match or something like that, and we'll see how things would go, and then how things will mesh up between the Mae Young Classic winner, and of course to see who would be able to face off anyone from NXT and everything. So I kind of like that, to see how that's going to go, and I'm sure probably maybe even at the next takeover, which would be coming up pretty soon, so for the Survivor Series, around Survivor Series weekend and everything, so we'll find out who would be the new NXT Women's Champion. So as far as that's concerned, I mean, at least with that, maybe there'll be something interesting coming out of that. And of course, with Asuka being out for a couple of weeks and everything, I think up until November, I'm going to say, so don't quote me on that, but when Asuka does come back, I can see Asuka most likely maybe going on SmackDown Live. That'd be pretty cool to see and stuff, since she's been undefeated. I hope that when things go for her, she will still be having that undefeated streak, continue that going, and especially too now that we got those shakeups and everything, maybe like she'll basically get all the titles, all the women's titles, basically, to put it better said on that. But that's on another side out basically. But yeah, just when you have like hot potato and stuff like that, I don't really care for that too much. It gets really annoying me really quick, like I said. They should definitely, have a chance for other people. Definitely doesn't have to be just evil Emma at this point. I don't know what they're really doing with her, so, she's trying to have herself, get out there and have her get a chance and stuff like that. And especially too with Mickie James, I don't know what the hell they're really doing. She didn't really get a chance to actually be able to have a shot for either the SmackDown Live or the Raw Women's Championship, basically. So, which is kind of weird. I mean, I know she's basically back to put people over, and that's fine and all, but the stuff that she's really doing is not really too special, and everything could be a lot more better, in my personal opinion. But I would like to see her as, Raw Women's Champion at least once before she goes and everything, since I know she's under contract for about 3 years and stuff like that. So it would have made sense to actually have Mickie James go after Alexa Bliss and to have that payback and everything, since when they were together on SmackDown Live and all that, and Mickie James was trying to help out Alexa Bliss, but of course that didn't really go so well. Kind of the same situation too with Nia Jax, and now Nia Jax basically seeing the light, if you will, and having Evolution passing Alexa Bliss by in that moment and everything, and actually taking out Alexa Bliss. So I guess there's maybe going to be a triple threat match, probably a triple threat, probably with Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, maybe with Sasha Banks. I don't know if you had a fatal four-way when Bayley comes back and everything, especially for No Mercy. So I haven't really heard any updates on Bayley as of late, so we'll see what happens with that, and hopefully things will go well. So there are things that can be done a lot more differently, especially not just with the women's division, but with everything else, since they seem to start things off good at certain things, but then after a while things don't go so well, and they somehow find a way to fuck things up, which I don't understand why. When it could be like the simplest thing and then it just be fucked up right after that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And the stupidest things that they can be really doing, that they can actually make it work. But I don't know, booking nowadays is definitely one of the things that have been really kind of just lacking as of late, and fucking annoying and really dumb. So for no reason too. And I don't know, it's just really weird on how booking, not just in the women's division, but the other divisions as well, that can easily be, booked right, and it just doesn't seem to go much of anywhere at this point. So maybe things will change. We'll see what happens with that, since we're getting into the fall months and everything. So yeah, decided to touch bases on that, give my thoughts and my feedback, if you will, and what's going on in the women's division and stuff like that. But I've also been keeping in track of, the Mayhem Classic, which actually has been more interesting to me. I like, the competitors and stuff that they have in there and stuff like that. I kind of have in mind who I want to win and everything like that. Kind of like Serena Deeb, Mia Yim, and as well one of the four horsewomen that are on there. So, that's kind of like the main people that I am looking out for as of right now. I haven't watched the rest of the episodes yet, but I am looking to watch, the final few that are still going to be available as of right now on demand, so that should be interesting there, and we'll see how things turn out for that too, like I said. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? What do you think should be done more differently and stuff like that? And leave your comments and thoughts down below, and as well we'll talk about that as well on top of what's been going on. So, with that being said, this has been the Formative Project, aka David Rivera. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Whenever the hell the next video may be. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day and your week. Till then, peace.